Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all must be in the best of your health. Children, in the previous presentation, we have discussed about the mole concept. Mole concept, as you have learned in standard 9th also, it is very easy according to that, and I request you all to solve more and more numericals. We have solved some of the numericals, but you have to solve more numericals, then only it will become more clear to you. Now today we are starting with the next topic, that is percentage composition. Now what is the meaning of the word percentage composition? See, suppose we are having any substance, like we are having glucose. What is the molecular formula for glucose? It is C6H12O6. Now percentage composition means in suppose we are having 100 gram of glucose, how much is carbon, how much is hydrogen, and how much is oxygen. That is called percentage composition. Now see, for this we are having a formula. Like for example, I am taking the example of water molecule. In water molecule, there are two different types of atoms. Hydrogen atom, this hydrogen atom, and oxygen atom. Now out of hydrogen atom and oxygen atom, in this compound, how much percentage is of hydrogen and how much percentage is of oxygen, that we can find out. See how? Here we'll see the percentage composition of hydrogen will be equal to the mass of hydrogen divided by molar mass of molar mass of the compound, that is water molecule, multiplied by 1000. Similarly, the percentage composition of oxygen also we can calculate. It will be equal to mass of oxygen divided by the molar mass of the compound, that is water, and multiplied by 100. That means actually what we are calculating? We are calculating that if suppose 100 gram of the substance is there, in that how much will be hydrogen, how much will be oxygen. Suppose we are having 100 gram of water molecules. 100 gram we are weighing, we are not measuring the volume. If suppose 100 gram of water is there, then in 100 gram of water, what will be the quantity of hydrogen and how much will be the percentage of oxygen? That is simply called the mass percent of any element. Now see, we'll solve a question. It will become more clear with the help of this. Suppose, see the question is there on the screen. Calculate the mass percent of each element, each component in C2H5OH. C2H5OH, what is this? Yes, it is ethyl alcohol and the IUPAC name is ethanol. Now, in ethanol, we have to calculate the mass percent of carbon, mass percent of hydrogen, and the mass percent of oxygen. Now, first of all, we are calculating the mass percent of carbon. So, as per the previous formula that I told you, mass percent of carbon will be equal to 24. That is the mass of carbon atom. I'm sorry. Yes, 24. That is the mass of carbon atom. How the mass is 24? Because two atoms of carbon are there. According to the molecular formula, there are two atoms of carbon. So, for one atom, the mass is 12. For two atoms, we'll be taking it 24. Divided by the molar mass of the compound. From where did we got the molar mass? We have to calculate. See, in this compound, carbon is 12 into 2. Just a minute. Yes, see, in this compound the carbon is 12 into 2 plus hydrogen is 1 into 5. 1 into 5 plus oxygen is there, that is 1 atom of oxygen is there, or you can say 16 into 1, that is the molar mass for oxygen, it is 16 into 1 because only one atom is there, plus 1 into 1, it will give how much? 12 into 2 will give 24, plus 5 will give 29, plus 1 will give 30, and 40, 46. So, the molar mass for the compound, it comes out to be 46. So, the mass of carbon divided by the molar mass of the compound multiplied by 100. It will give you the answer, that is 52.17%. So, I'll say that if we are having 100 grams of ethanol, in 100 grams of ethanol, the amount of carbon present will be 52.17 grams. So, you can say the mass percent of carbon is 52.17 gram. Similarly, we have to calculate now the mass percent of hydrogen. The molecular formula of the compound was what? C2H5OH. Now, in this C2H5OH, we are calculating for hydrogen. Now, what is the mass of hydrogen present? It is 1. The molar mass of hydrogen is 1 into 5 will give 5 plus this hydrogen. This is also hydrogen. So, 1 into 1 will give 1. So, 5 plus 1, 6. 6 atoms of hydrogen are there. So, the atomic weight for hydrogen in the given compound will be 6 divided by 46. That is the molecular mass for ethanol multiplied by 100 will again give you the answer, that is 13.04%. Similarly, you can calculate it for oxygen. I think it is clear to you. For oxygen, the mass is 16 because only one atom of oxygen is there. Divided by 46 multiplied by 100, you will get the answer 34.78. I think the mass percentage has become clear to you all now. If any doubts are there, we'll be arranging a problem solving session for you as soon as possible. So, wait for the session to come for asking your doubts. Now, the next is, we are starting with the next topic, that is empirical and molecular formulas. Now, empirical formulas. What are actually the empirical formula and what are molecular formula? Molecular formula you all already know. Molecular formula is like the molecular formula for water molecule is H2O. Similarly, the molecular formula for glucose is C6H5O. For glucose it is C6H12O6. Similarly, for sucrose, it will be C12H22O11. Similarly, for HCl, the hydrochloric acid, it is HCl. Nitric acid, it is HNO3. All these are the molecular formulas. So, molecular formula, what actually they are telling? They are telling how many atoms of a particular element are present in the given compound. Like, as I told you, in case of benzene. What is the formula for benzene? Yes, it is C6H6. This is the molecular formula for benzene. Now, what this C6H6 is telling? It is telling that in one molecule of benzene, there are 6 carbon atoms and 6 are hydrogen atoms. Now, what is the meaning of empirical formula? But see, empirical formula tells you about the types of atom, as the molecular formula is telling that carbon and hydrogen are present. Empirical formula will also tell you that carbon and hydrogen are present, but it will not give you the exact number of carbon atoms and the exact number of hydrogen atom. it will just give you the simple whole number ratio of the different types of atoms present. Like the empirical formula for benzene is CH. That is, the ratio of carbon to hydrogen is 1:1. That is the simple whole number ratio. Whereas molecular formula will tell you the exact number of carbon atoms or exact number of any other atom, and the ratio, the simple whole number ratio will be simply 1:1 only, but it is now telling the number, exact number of atoms present. So you have understood the difference between empirical and molecular formula now, I think. Now see, definitions are also there for making notes. Kindly do note down all the notes from the slides. See, empirical formula, it represents the simplest whole number ratio of various atoms present in the compound. That means the simple whole number ratio will be there of different types of atoms. Whereas the molecular formula shows the exact number of different types of atoms present in a molecule of a compound. Yes. Now see, for example, the empirical formula for a compound is CH2O and the molecular formula is C6H12O6. So here you all can see in empirical formula the ratio is 1:2:1, whereas in the molecular formula the same ratio is maintained, but it is telling about the exact number of different types of atoms which are present in the compound. Clear? Now see children, if we know the mass percent, the previous topic that we have done, if we know the mass percent of different elements in a compound, and then its molecular formula, the empirical formula we can easily determine. That means if the mass percent is known, we can calculate the empirical formula, and the molecular formula can also be determined from the empirical formula if we are having the molecular mass or the molar mass. That means the percentage composition, the empirical formula, the molecular formula and the molar mass, they all are interrelated. That means if percentage composition is known, you can calculate the empirical formula. If the empirical formula is known and the molar mass is also known, you can calculate the molecular formula. Now see how. With the help of the question we will be learning. Just see the question. It will become more clear to you if you try to solve the question. See, the question is a compound contains 47% hydrogen, 24.27% carbon and 71.65% chlorine. That means one single compound is there in which carbon, hydrogen and chlorine, 3 atoms are present. Now in these 3 atoms their percentage composition is given to you. That means if 100 gram of the compound is there, how much will be carbon, how much will be hydrogen and how much will be chlorine, it is given to you. And its molar mass is 98.96. That means the molar mass is also given. In the just previous slide, I told you if percentage composition you know, you can calculate the empirical formula. And if along with the empirical formula you are having the molar mass, you can calculate the molecular mass. Molecular formula. So what you have to calculate is what are its empirical and molecular formula. Now see, with the help of the percentage composition we can calculate the empirical formula, and with the help of empirical formula and molar mass we can calculate the molecular mass. Now see how we'll be doing this. See, I have solved the numerical and I have made a slide for you. As you all can see, I can magnify this for you. For solving such a question, what you have to do is, you have to draw such columns. In the first column, what we have to write is, see, we were having the three elements, hydrogen, carbon and chlorine. Now, what was given? The percentage composition was given. Now, first of all, we write that percentage composition in grams. That means you have to convert it to grams. Now, the quantity of hydrogen is 4.07 gram. That means the same percentage. We have just assumed that we are having 100 gram of the compound. In that, 4.07 gram is hydrogen, 24.27 gram is carbon, 71.65 gram is chlorine. Now, the first step was to convert to gram. Now, the second step is to convert to moles. Now, what is meant by the number of moles? How can we calculate? For number of moles, we are having the formula given mass upon molar mass. Now, the number of moles of hydrogen will be equal to given mass. Given mass for hydrogen is 4.07. On the molar mass, the exact is 1.008, but generally we take it 1 also. In this numerical, I have taken the exact one, that is 1.008. This. So, dividing these two, we get the number of moles of hydrogen. So, number of moles of hydrogen are 4.04. Similarly, the number of moles of carbon will be equal to given mass of carbon upon molar mass of carbon. Molar mass of carbon we have taken to be 12.0, and that is the exact one. Dividing the two, you get the number of moles of carbon. Similarly, the number of moles of chlorine will be given mass of chlorine upon molar mass of chlorine, 35.5 we have taken, and we get the number of moles. Now, what we have to do in the next step is to divide these all three number of moles with the least number of moles. Now, the highest number of moles is of hydrogen, and carbon and chlorine are having equal number of moles, as you can see. Carbon is having 2.021 moles and chlorine is also having 2.021 moles. Both are having same number of moles. So, we are dividing all these with 2.01, 2.021, 2.021. Now, we now get 2, 1 and 1. This is the simple whole number ratio. Now, see. Now see, the empirical formula will get from the simple whole number ratio. In the simple whole number ratio, the ratio of carbon is 1. This was carbon, hydrogen was 2 and chlorine was 1. So, the ratio of carbon is to hydrogen is to chlorine is 1 is to 2 is to 1. So, this is your empirical formula. Now, what we are calculating? EFM. What is EFM? It is the empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass is 12, that is carbon, plus 2 into 1, that is hydrogen, plus 35.5. that is chlorine. So, we get the empirical formula mass as 49.48. Now, the next step is to calculate the molecular formula. How we calculate the molecular formula? By dividing the molecular mass with the empirical formula mass. Molecular mass, we were already having, from the question we get the molecular mass. It was already given in the question is 98.96 and the empirical formula mass is 49.48 that we have calculated just now, and we get a value 2. That means 2 is the value of N. So, multiplying the empirical formula by 2, we get the molecular formula. So, what was the compound actually? It was C2H4Cl, that is chloroethane. Children, I hope you are understanding. If you're not understanding, do see the video twice or thrice. It will become more clear to you all. Now children, next is the homework for you. I'm giving you a few questions for homework. Kindly do note down these questions from the slides and solve the numericals in your fair notebook only. And do write all the notes which I am showing here in the form of slides. Do write down those numericals also which we are solving here, and this homework numericals also you have to do yourself. Kindly note down the homework. I am just reading it out for you once. That is question number 1 is calculate the mass percent of different elements present in sodium sulfate. The molecular formula I have given you, that is Na2SO4. The second question is determine the empirical formula of an oxide of iron which has 69.9% iron and 30.1% dioxygen by mass. The third question is in 3 moles of ethane calculate the following: number of moles of carbon atom and number of moles of hydrogen atom. So this much is your homework. We'll meet again in the next presentation. Thank you. Sai Ram.